Hi everyone, today we're in Detweiller Park and we're going to be talking about Captain Henry Detweiller. Henry Detweiller was born in the 1830s in Lorraine, France. As a boy, he immigrated with his mother and sisters to Peoria. At that time, Peoria only had about 1,200 people and there were no railroads, so the only way in and out really was by steamboat. Henry fell in love with the steamboats that he would always see landing on the edge of Water Street. He, from a very early age, wanted to be a steamboat captain. So he eventually was able to do that, landing a series of jobs that took him up the Illinois River, on the Mississippi, the Tennessee, the Ohio. He worked all around the Midwest on various steamships. After Henry had purchased his own steamboat, he began working the Illinois River, basic trips from Peoria to Alton, and also up to LaSalle, Peru. He worked for actually a stagecoach line that used a steamboat as part of their route. The interesting thing is there was another great person at that time that used to travel on steamboats to visit various courts in the area, and that was Abraham Lincoln. So actually Henry Detweiller became good friends with Abraham Lincoln and actually transported Lincoln by steamboat on his last visit to Peoria. In the Civil War, Henry Detweiller came in on the Union side, and at that time he owned his own steamboat, so he committed it to government service. His steamboat was able to transport troops and supplies to the various campaigns that took place near the Mississippi and Tennessee rivers. So he participated in the Battle of Shiloh, a very bloody affair off the Tennessee River, and also in the siege of Vicksburg down in Mississippi, closer towards the end of the war. So in the 1870s, after the Civil War, Henry decided to put down his captain's cap, and he founded an ice company. So at that time, no refrigerators, right? So people would go out in the river, the Illinois River here, in the wintertime, cut blocks of ice and store those blocks in big warehouses covered in sawdust. And then they would sell them to people in the warmer months to keep their food cool. So that was how Detweiller kind of amassed his fortune, actually, was in the ice business after his steamboat days. So fast forward to the 1920s. At that time, this area of land that is now Detweiller Park came up for sale as one big parcel, and a lot of people in the community wanted it to become a park. Park District, however, didn't have the money right then to purchase it. Thomas Detweiller, Henry Detweiller's son, stepped in and purchased it and then donated it to the Park District in his father's name. He really wanted to keep alive the names and the glory of the early steamboat captains. And surely, with its mile-long length of riverfront here, Henry Detweiller must have passed by Detweiller Park numerous times during his career as a steamboat captain.